Luke chapter 22. But the feast of unleavened bread drew near, the one called Passover. And the archpriest and the scribes sought how they could eliminate up him, for they feared the people. But Satan had come into Judas, the one being called Iscariot, who was out of the number of the 12. And going away, this one came and spoke together with the archpriests and host leaders, how he might give them up to them. And they were made joyful and firmly set themselves together to give him silver. And he sought a well opportunity that he give him up to them away from the throng. But the day of unleavened bread came, in which the Passover had to be sacrificed. And he dispatched Peter and John, saying, As going, prepare for us the Passover, so that we may eat it. But they said to him, Where do you want that we prepare it? But he said to them, Perceive, when you, as having come into the city, a human will be encountered together you seizing a pot. Follow him into the house into which he goes. And you will talk to the watering mighty one of the dwelling of the house, saying, The teacher says to you, Where is my place of relaxation, where I may eat the Passover with my learning ones? And that one will show you a great solar, yea, one having been bedded, and there prepare it. But having come away from there, they found it according as he had talked to them, and they prepared the Passover. And when the hour had become, he sat down, and the apostles together with him. And he said to them, With desire I desired to eat with you this Passover before my suffering. For I say to you, not will I eat it, till it be completed in the regency of God. And receiving the cup and giving thanks, he said, Take and part thoroughly with one another what is therein. For I say to you, not will I drink from now on the become of the vine, till the regency of God comes. And having taken bread and thanking, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, This is my body being given for you. This do for the upreminding in regards to me. And similarly, he took the cup after the supper, saying, This cup is the new covenant in my blood, that being poured out for you. Whereas perceive, the hand giving me up is with me at the table. The Son of Human goes according to that having been seen, whereas woe to him that human through whom he is then given up. And they origin began to dispute to themselves, to that who consequently out of them it may be, yea, who may be the one being about to practice this. But there came to be a reciprocal rivalry towards themselves in regards to that who of them is to be deemed the greater. But he said to them, The regents of the nations also lord over them, and the archpersons of the nations have authority concerning them, and are called well workers. But you are not thus. But the greater in among you becomes as the younger, and let the one leading become as the one serving. For who is the greater, the one lying up to supper, or the one serving? Is it not the one lying up to supper? But I am in the midst of you as one serving. But you are those having abode with me throughout in my temptations. And I covenant a covenant with you, according so as my Father covenanted it with me regarding the regency, so that you may eat and drink at my table in my regency, and you will have seat on thrones as ones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. But the Lord said, Simon, perceive, Satan requested out that he sift you as the grain. But I was made entreating on your account, lest your faithing be deficient out, and you, when once turning on yourself, firm up your brothers. But he said to him, Lord, I am prepared to go also with you into jail and into death. But he said, I say to you, Peter, a cock will not let resound a call today, till you will deny me thrice, to have perceived me. And he said to them, When I dispatched you without bag and pouch and without sandals, yet you did not have any lack? But they said, Not one thing. But he said to them, But now I say to you, the one having a bag, let him lift it up, and likewise a pouch. And the one also not having this, let him sell his raiment, and let him buy a sword. For I say to you, this having been written had to be finished in by means of me, that also with lawless ones he was reckoned. For also that having been written concerning me has finishing. But they said, Perceive, here are 2 swords. But he said to them, It is upreaching. And having come out, he went according to the custom to the Mount of Olives. But also the learning ones followed him. But as having become found on the place, he said to them, Pray that you come not into temptation. And he was tugged away from them about as far as a stone's cast. And having set the knees, he prayed, saying, Father, if you determine it, so then this cup is to be carried by away from me, whereas not my will, but let yours become. And having risen from prayer and coming to the learning ones, he found them being made to slumber, burdened from sadness, and said to them, What is it that you down rest? As having risen, pray, lest you come into temptation. But still during his speaking, perceive, a throng drew near, and the one say called Judas, one of the 12, came before them, and came near to Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said to him, With a kiss you give up the Son of Human? But those about him, having perceived before, that being yet about to come, said, Lord, if we should hit them with the sword. And one out of them hit the slave of the ark person, and put his right ear removingly away. But answering Jesus said, Permitted to come to this? And touching the outer ear, he healed him. But Jesus said to the ark priest, having become led by to him, and to the host leaders of the consecrated site, and to the proceeders, As upon a bandit you came out with swords and wooden clubs? I being accordingly daily with you in the consecrated site, you did not outstretch the hand unto me, but this is the hour and the authority of darkness. But having taken him together with themselves, they led him off and led him into the house of the ark priest. But Peter followed from afar. But lighting a fire heap around about in the middle of the courtyard, and taking seat together, Peter had seat in their midst. But a maidservant perceiving him as one having seat by the light, and stretching her gaze intently to him, she said, Also this one was together with him. But he denied it, saying, Not have I perceived him, woman. And after a little while, an ulterior one having perceived him explained, Also you, yea, you are one out of them. But Peter explained, Human, I am not. And after enduring for about 1 hour, another one strengthened the statement thoroughly, saying, On the truth I say, also this one was with him, for also he is a Galilean. But Peter said, Human, I have not perceived what you say. And immediately thereafter, still while he spoke, a cock let resound a call. And as one having been turned, the Lord looked to the Peter, and Peter was below reminded on the talk of the Lord, how he said to him, Today, before a cock lets resound a call, you will deny me thrice. And coming outside, he sobbed bitterly. And the men, having together Jesus, scoffed at him while beating him. And as unveiling him, they asked him, saying, Prophesy, who is the one hurting you? And many ulterior things they said, as one's blaspheming towards him. And when it had become day, the precedership of the people, the arch priests, beside also the scribes, were led together, and they led him away into their Sanhedrin, saying, If you, yea, you are the Christ, say it to us. But he said to them, If I say it, not, yea, not do you faith. But so if I ask you, not, yea, not do you answer. But from now on the Son of Human will be the one having seat out of those at the right hand of the ability of God. But they all said, Hence, you are the Son of God? But he explained to them, You say that I am he. But they said, What do we still have need of testimony? For we ourselves heard it from his mouth.